So, very good morning or evening, wherever you are watching from. Let me know in the comments below. I'm a little bit late because I had to prepare a big stream today. So welcome. The market is down, guys. The market is actually melting since yesterday, okay? And we will talk about exactly what is happening, and therefore welcome, and let me know in the comments your questions so we can go into that as well, and see what is important for you guys, and let us see what I have prepared today. So we are welcoming a few new members, guys, as always. Then we will talk about the stock market meltdown, what is important now, what you need to know. Should I, buy everything what is now on discount? Or is this the beginning of a new crash? Now, this is the questions that we will answer today. So let me just make sure that I see all your comments, guys. This is very important. So I can definitely see what is important for you guys. First, let me have a look who is here. So we have New Zealand, Italy, UK, we have Sydney, Canada, we have Georgia, US, Hong Kong, we have Las Vegas, our member Ronnie, we have Wales, we have Rotterdam, we have Edmond, Canada, we have Canada, Hawaii, and Croatia in the house. So fantastic. Thank you very much for tuning in. And our brand new members are Hennis Thomas, Paul M4044, P Nugan, and An Galaxy, guys. And if you're still wondering how to get access to the best value here on any YouTuber in the financial stock investing space, just press the join button, guys. It's so easy, and you can get access to our Discord chat. You can get one-on-one with me, and so many other things. So while supporting the channel, so I believe that the current market meltdown that started yesterday is just a very healthy reaction to actually what is happening in the world. So first of all, we need to understand that the stock market got a little bit heated in terms of valuations, in terms of how high we are at this point. Secondly, we have tensions. US China is starting again, which we will dive into. Then we having earnings. Some earnings are cool, some earnings disappoint a little bit. Then we have big tech, which is also a little bit less than expected, actually. And all of this combined is a little bit of a disappointment for the market, and therefore people say I take some profits, and therefore you see what is happening. So yesterday we lost a little bit in the market. I think the S&P was down 1.5%, and it was the worst day of the S&P in one whole month. So you see how high and how fast we have grown, and how good the current situation is, that a 1.5% drop is fantastic, and it's just the biggest drop that we had so far. So the futures for today look absolutely the same. So S&P 500 minus 0.8 almost, Dow 0.8, Nasdaq 1.4, and here you see the Nasdaq, the tech, is actually leading this meltdown, all right? And from the political scenario, we are seeing that China orders US to close the consulate in Chengdu after closing the embassy, I think, or the consulate also in Wuhan, which is also important. So as you can see, there's like a back and forth between China and US, closing their consulates and embassies and so on. So a little bit, ping pong going on, political ping pong between China and US. That is obviously, giving some uncertainty. And what the market doesn't like or need is always uncertainty, guys. So this is important from the political standpoint. And here's the headline of Yahoo Finance, where they are saying, it's the biggest worst day in a month yesterday. This was a little bit earlier where the futures was a little bit higher, but as of this morning, we are seeing definitely basically lower futures, as you have seen. Okay, so almost 1% point in the S&P 500 and Dow Jones and Nasdaq a little bit more. So if we are continuing then in this road, I would like to show you something or two things that stick to my mind, or that was highlighted when I was scrolling through my research. So the BOFA, the Bank of America bull and bear indicator, which I always pass by because it's funny to see if they are right or not. So they are still bullish or more bullish than bearish. This is always a great indicator in terms of to see, okay, they are looking into news, they are looking into sentiment, they are looking into kind of I believe that they're looking into several different dimensions, okay, through the stock market, and then showing you what they think you should do. And it's definitely a bullish scenario. As you can see, it's always the opposite. So if the market is extreme bearish, you should be bullish, and if the market is extreme bullish, then you should be bearish. So this is the whole idea of this indicator, which I like, because you might remember the saying by Warren Buffett, buy when others are fearful and sell when others are greedy. So, and this is a little bit the same with this indicator, which I like. You can find this on Wall Street Jesus. This is like a guy who's posting a lot of stuff, or you can find it on the website, obviously, of BOFA. And then on the left side, you seeing here the Nasdaq in terms of the overbought and underbought, or oversold and overbought scenario. So if the Nasdaq is going into the red direction, then it's more of a overbought situation. And when it's in the green section, like for example it was in March, obviously it's oversold. And as you can see, we are very close to this overbought scenario for a very long time now, and going a little bit down now with this meltdown, or this crash, however you call it, right? So I believe that this is obviously positive when we don't have that too much inflated valuations. But on the other side, guys, remember, we still have stimulus, guys. We still have the US economy that is slowly recovering, and all the economies that will recover. We still have, helps of the unemployment stimulus. The people are getting more money when they are unemployed, which is fantastic. That's why the whole system is a little bit on stimulus, and therefore this can continue for a couple of months if this continues to be the case. And then I want to show you something which is fantastic. There was a person that put together some bullet points on tech. And tech is, as you have seen, very important for the market right now, because it was for once the area which brought up the whole market up. The S&P is actually high because of Amazon, because of Netflix, because of Microsoft, because of Google, and so on and so forth. So companies that are doing better than the traditional business, obviously. And as you can see here, Microsoft Azure business did slow more than people thought. The biggest issue for Apple is that their revenues are the same level as 5 years ago, so they're not really growing, and the stock has a high valuations. Then Apple will launch their new phone 1 month later than usual. That will have an effect on the September earnings and revenues, obviously. Then we will have the stimulus matters, and we have election, right? So we have this political instability, where the people actually don't like change. So all this uncertainty now until November in the political space is obviously somehow also affecting the stock market. So I believe that Donald Trump has actually a good chance to be re-elected without going now into politics. But I think that it's easier for people to just say, hey, I'm still alive, my house is still there, I have my job maybe, it's not so bad after all, the White House is not on fire, so I would just re-elect Donald Trump, then I know what I'm getting, rather than having a totally new scenario. So I think that this is important to understand, and I think then if this happens, once the new president or Donald Trump just has its new term, then we will see a more of a stability, especially when Donald Trump just get re-elected. Then we will have a steady stock market gains that will continue with the certainty that will be imported or inflected into the market. So so we had now the big tech. So let's dive a little bit into the earnings. We had yesterday Intel earnings, which was a little bit less than expected. All the main business guys actually growed. So obviously a data-centric business growth, a PC-centric business growth, and obviously the overall PC unit a little bit growth with 2%, but mobile ads revenue obviously lost a quarter, which was totally expected, that they are losing, and ads are just weak at the Q2, where everybody looking what is happening, how we can save money. Then ads is something that is definitely be reduced by all the company out there. I also see here that a lower demand in commercial and enterprise. So Intel, was weaker after that. And then we had also the airlines. But before that, diving into the airlines, make sure to thumb up this video. This is helping the channel. This is helping the streams. This is, appreciation for all this work that goes in. And also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. As I see, I don't have my Instagram graphic here, but let me show it to you real quick, guys. So you can follow me actually on Wolf of Dubai Danny. We need to actually grow in followers here as well. So just follow me there. I post a little bit things about my life and about stocks, obviously daily, quotes, what I'm doing, and stories, and so on. So it's quite fun. Join me there as well, so you have a little bit of if you want to send me some questions, if you want to contact me, this is always the best way to do that. So check it out, and I would appreciate if you follow me there as well. And let us dive further where we went. So as you see, the airlines started to give us an outlook what's going on in the airline business. And as you might know, the airlines is the biggest business that is actually affected by this whole crisis. Warren Buffett just sent the airline stocks out of his portfolio, you know, everybody was shocked because he is someone that, you know, he's buying something and then he's holding it for 800 years, you know. So that's why it was shocking to us that he is actually, you know, kicking out the airlines out of his portfolio. And then also the revenue, you know, and this was unbelievable, or not unbelievable, it was expected, but was shocking a little bit, that some of the airlines lost 90% of their revenue, guys. And no company in the world can sustain on 90% less revenue, guys. Okay, so just remember that you know, this is very hard for the airlines. Southwest posts a 915 million loss, warns that travel demand to remain weak without the solution to that. And American Airlines swings to 2.1 billion loss. CEO sees much uncertainty, and I really will see here that the governments need to help. You know, I see this already in Germany. As you know, Germany was really quick with the Lufthansa guys and help them out. But on the other side, it's important that, you know, in this kind of situation, this unique setups where the airlines cannot do anything, right? I mean, lots of the airlines did stock buybacks or didn't had too much to say, because it's a very competitive business, guys. It's not like, you know, they're making billions and billions, and you know, there is unlimited capital that they can inject into the business. So they are very affected. Lots and lots of jobs in the first and second grade are you know, connected to that airline industry. So not only people are working for the airline, but also, you know, smaller companies are connected to the airlines. You know, there's the cleaning of the aircrafts. You know, there's Boeing. You know, there's the service industry that helping the airlines to grow and to maintain their business. So very hard now on the airlines, and I hope and I think that the US government will help here as well. So that was it. And also another earnings was fantastic, guys. Chipotle, and this is, you know, this is like the Tesla of fast food, I believe. You know, obviously they were also very much hit by the overall crisis. You know, obviously people, you know, stayed home and lockdowns and, you know, maybe cooked at home and so on. And then, you know, you have Chipotle that almost offset almost everything by digital sales, guys, and they triple in the second quarter, and almost offset the dining room closures, guys. Now think about it. What will happen to the Chipotle? Okay, now slowly the dining will reopen, plus the digital sales will a little bit be less. Okay, a little bit be less, because I think that consumer behavior will start to happen where the people say, you know, I now start to order Chipotle and it works very well. Why should I change that, right? It's very convenient for me. They send it to my home. I pay online and so on and so forth. So I believe that this will affect the overall situation. So I think that Chipotle will have a very nice scenario, because the in-room dining will grow and come back, and then you have the digital sales on a very high level, and all in all it will be good for the stock as well. And this is, you know, the beauty about the recovery, that not only new businesses is going to establish in this new section of the digitalization, but also the old business will come back, and this will have a double effect. Or imagine, you know, we will have the solution to the health crisis, and then everybody want to go on holidays, the airlines and hotels will be absolutely packed, and therefore I booked already all my holidays for 2021, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I want to be sure to be able to go on holidays next year. And that's pretty much it. Let me have a look into the comment section to see what is going on. So provider grind is saying or asking here about the short sellers in Tesla. I believe oh no, Ronnie was it. Ronnie, our member, is asking, are short sellers affecting Tesla stock? Yes, I believe that after the earnings now, short sellers are jumping in because especially in this market environment where you have the meltdown, that people are jumping on it just to make sure to catch this downturn. So definitely this will be affecting. Then we have provider grind from Los Angeles, people from Philippines, Hong Kong, Hungary, Denmark, Indonesia, Cyprus, guys. Then what else do we have? And guys, if you are asking me as a conclusion what I'm doing, if I can, I buy those dips because this is a lot of noise that is there on the market. So always try to cut through the noise, get to the meat, and the meat is still looking good, guys. If the whole scenario looking like that, the overall scenario is definitely bullish with the stimulus and for the recovery and so on. So we have this noise, it's there. We have a little bit of a correction, which is fantastic and healthy, and therefore I'm super happy that we can load up those favorite stocks. If you want to do the same, you are welcome. Let me know in the comments, and thank you very much for watching. I see you in just a couple of hours, because today is Virgin Galactic Fridays, a brand new episode of my most favorite vlog. So stay tuned. In about 7-8 hours you will see it. Thumb up on the way out, this would be highly appreciated, and subscribe if you're new here, and I see you in just a bit. Stay healthy and safe and have a wonderful weekend.